Welcome, productivity seekers. If you've ever felt overwhelmed by an endless to-do list or struggled to figure out what really needs your attention each day, you're not alone. Many of us fall into the trap of trying to do everything at once, only to end up scattered, stressed, and unsatisfied with our progress. But what if there were a simple, actionable way to organize your day that helps you focus on what matters, accomplish meaningful goals, and still keep up with the smaller stuff? That's where the 1-3-5 rule comes in, a straightforward framework that could revolutionize the way you work.
Let's get right to the heart of the 1-3-5 rule. The concept is easy to grasp, yet surprisingly powerful. Each day, you plan to complete one big task, 3 medium tasks, and 5 small tasks. That's it. By setting these clear boundaries for yourself, you avoid overloading your schedule and ensure your energy is invested where it counts. Let's break down what each of these categories means. First, the one, your one big task. This is the centerpiece of your day, the task that, if accomplished, will make you feel accomplished no matter what else happens. It might be writing a major report, preparing a critical presentation, or solving a tricky problem. The key is that it's significant, a task that moves the needle, aligns with your goals, and likely requires the most focus and effort. Next, the 3, your 3 medium tasks. These are important, but not as all-consuming as your big task. They might be tasks that support your main project, require follow-up, or represent moderate progress in ongoing work. Think responding to key emails, conducting research, or scheduling essential meetings. They take time and attention, but they're not overwhelming. Finally, the 5 small tasks. These are the quick wins, the little things that can be wrapped up in 15 minutes or less. Perhaps it's updating your to-do list, making a phone call, organizing your workspace, or confirming an appointment. They're not insignificant, but they shouldn't dominate your schedule or drain your energy. Now, the beauty of the 1-3-5 rule is not just in its simplicity, but in its power to help you prioritize. When faced with a long list of things to do, it's easy to get lost in the weeds, unsure where to start. The 1-3-5 rule gives you a structure. Start by asking yourself, which task, if I complete it today, will have the most positive impact? That's your big task. Next, identify the 3 tasks that are still meaningful. Maybe they're time-sensitive, support your big task, or keep your projects moving forward. Finally, select 5 bite-sized tasks that are necessary but not urgent or complex. It's important to remember that the 1-3-5 rule is a guideline, not a rigid formula. Some days, you might only have the bandwidth for a 1-2-3 approach: 1 big, 2 medium, and 3 small tasks. On lighter days, maybe you can tackle 2 big tasks and more small ones. The key is to maintain the discipline of intentional selection, rather than simply reacting to whatever pops up. Planning your day with the 1-3-5 rule works best if done the evening before. Take 10 minutes before you finish your workday to list all your upcoming tasks. Don't worry about order, just brain dump everything you need to do. Then, review your list and slot each task into the 1-3-5 framework. This process not only clarifies your priorities, but it also sets you up for a focused, productive start the next morning. Plus, having a plan in place can quiet your mind, making it easier to relax and recharge overnight. But what if your days are unpredictable? What if emergencies arise or your priorities shift? The 1-3-5 rule is flexible. If something urgent comes up, reassess your list, move tasks around as needed, but stick to the structure as much as possible. If you don't finish everything, it's okay. The point isn't to do more, it's to do what matters most. You can also combine the 1-3-5 rule with other productivity strategies. For example, try time blocking. Allocate chunks of time in your calendar for your big task, smaller blocks for your medium tasks, and quick sprints for the small ones. Or use the Pomodoro technique. Work in short, focused bursts on your 1-3-5 list, using longer sessions for the big stuff and shorter ones for smaller tasks. The point is to use the framework to guide your focus, not to constrain you. Let's see how this looks in practice. Imagine you're a marketing manager preparing for a product launch. Your big task for the day might be drafting the main content for the campaign landing page. Your 3 medium tasks could be reviewing competitor ads, scheduling the next team meeting, and updating the social media calendar. For your 5 small tasks, you might reply to a client email, organize your desktop files, update your project management tool, confirm a lunch meeting, and skim through an industry newsletter. By the end of the day, you've made measurable progress on major objectives, chipped away at ongoing projects, and handled life's necessary minutiae, all without feeling overwhelmed. One of the biggest benefits of the 1-3-5 rule is that it combats procrastination. When you know exactly what needs your attention, and when your list feels manageable, it's much easier to get started. You don't waste time deciding what to do next or jumping between tasks. You focus, you execute, and you build momentum. Checking off tasks throughout the day also delivers a satisfying sense of accomplishment. Each tick on your list is evidence of progress, which fuels your motivation and makes it easier to keep going. Over time, you'll likely find yourself more productive, less stressed, and more confident in your ability to tackle what matters. Ultimately, the 1-3-5 rule isn't about squeezing more into your day. It's about being strategic and intentional, making sure your time and energy are spent on the tasks that truly move you forward. By focusing on what matters most and giving yourself permission to let the less important stuff wait, you can achieve more with less stress. So why not give the 1-3-5 rule a try? Next time you're planning your day, spend a few minutes organizing your tasks into 1 big, 3 medium, and 5 small. See how it changes your focus, your productivity, and your sense of accomplishment. And remember, productivity is about progress, not perfection. Happy planning!